Vacancy at Vanilla's. Hello. How's your week been? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Again, I know I was on a little bit of a roll actually. I was on a little bit of a roll doing the pods, having them up bright and early on Wednesdays, but it has been a crazy cuckoo past couple of weeks for me. I'm not going to lie to you. Um I just have a lot going on this summer, but like good, in a good way. Like I've been busy with the streaming and working and doing a million things, and it feels good. It feels good to be fucking productive and I don't know, to do shit. It actually does feel very good. So, yesterday was my 6 month sub anniversary on Twitch. So I did a silly little stream for that. Um, and it was fun. It was a good time, and we hit 5,000 followers on Twitch yesterday, which is fucking awesome. And I woke up this morning, you know when Cinderella woke up and like the birds like are chirping and they come to her fucking window and she's like, good morning world. Like that's how I've been feeling, and I'm like living my fantasy right now. I'm feeling my oats, and I love that for me. I really do. And just feeling super grateful and appreciative of all of you guys and just everything. Honestly, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Hey. Okay. Anyway, but I hope your week was good. I feel like I don't know. I feel like shit's like kind of falling into place for everyone right now. I feel like this is going to be a good summer. It's officially summer now. I think it was officially summer last week too, but it's officially summer. Woo! Who's gonna pop their pussy? Me? You? All of us? Even if you or bussy. I mean, hey, I'm not. Whatever holes you have, we could pop. We could pop them open. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah, all holes are welcome this summer. Um, I'm sorry, that's a crazy statement. Let me take that back. But you know what I mean. I'm trying to have fun this summer. I'm trying to do things I want to do, and we are doing something very, very important. And I didn't even tell any of you guys about this. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come. I have decided that I am going to reclaim the mouse. I am going to reclaim the mouse once and for all. Yep, you heard it. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going back to Disneyland. I'm going back to where it all started, to where the nightmares all unfolded. If you are a newer listener and you are a little confused about what I'm talking about right now, I have an episode, one of the earlier episodes. I want to say it's like within the first 10 episodes. It's called I'm Scared of Disneyland. I believe that's the title of the episode. But if I were you, I would recommend going back, giving that one a listen. But long story short, I went to Disneyland almost 2 years ago now. And I had been to Disneyland maybe 2 or 3 times prior to this and had a great time. Great, amazing time. I used to go to Disney World in Florida when I was a child. That would be like our big vacation we would do every now and then, and I love it. I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult, but it holds a special place in my heart. And I had since gone to Disneyland a few times out here in LA, and I've had a great time. Every time I've had a great time. It's been amazing. Love it. Cool. Okay, Chai, for real? She just jumped in my closet and she knocked all of my sunglasses off the shelf. So, okay, can we get down? Usually this is something that Miso would do. So I'm a little surprised that you're acting like this right now. Okay, whatever. She needs her enrichment time. I get it. Anyway, so I've been wanting to go back for a while, and it's been a thing where I'm like, okay, like I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to go by myself. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go by myself. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to buy myself some fucking ears. I'm going to vlog it, of course. Duh. I'm gonna be that literal nut job walking around Disneyland with a fucking tripod and the ears on like, hey, everyone. They're going to be like, oh my God, this bitch is a Disney adult. But I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I'm not a Disney adult vlogger. It's more of like me overcoming my anxiety vlog. So I bought the tickets this morning. And I'm going to go tonight. Most likely. My only concern, and again, this is just my anxiety getting the best of me. My only concern is that I did pick the hottest day ever. Um, it's gonna be 93 degrees today, but I am gonna go at night. So I'm like, it's not gonna be as hot at night. Um, but if I feel like, by the time that I decide to leave, I'm gonna go at like 8 o'clock when the sun starts to set. If I feel like, not good about it or whatever, I'll just like change my reservation to next week. So fucking whatever. It's not going to be as hot as next week, but whatever. I'm going regardless, whether it's tonight or next Wednesday. I'm fucking going, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to fucking Disney. I'm reclaiming the mouse, okay? I'm going to look Mickey right in the eye and I'm going to say, fuck you, Mickey. Fuck you, Mickey. You don't scare me. I'm kidding. I love him. I'm not scared of him. It's more just, I have to do it like for my inner self. Fuck you, Mickey. I'm going to be like, just kidding. Give me a hug. So yeah, I'm really excited. I really want to, there's a few things that I want to do. I want to go, Splash Mountain is like done for, right? Splash Mountain's like closed forever, I think. I don't know, honestly. I feel like it is. I don't really keep up with the whole Disney lore. And I know that I think Haunted Mansion is closed down right now, which is like, okay, I mean, Haunted Mansion's cool, but I'm like, I could live without it. I'm not like super obsessed. And, my favorite is Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the Pirates ride. I love the way that it smells, and I don't know, the smell of the fucking nasty water. I love that shit. I'm obsessed. So I know that I want to say the last time that I went 2 years ago, the Pirates ride was down or something. I don't fucking remember. I don't know if the Pirates ride is ready to go, but I'm gonna go. The park closes at midnight. I think the park closes at midnight. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it closes at midnight. I'll probably go for like 2 hours. Fucking, again, I'm not trying to be there like fucking all day, all night. I'm just trying to go there, see what I gotta see, make a little vlog, be like, yeah, I did it. Buy some ears and maybe eat a beignet or something. I've never had the beignets. I heard they're really good. I don't fucking know. I'm not going with a family of 6. I don't need to be there for fucking 8 hours. I don't know how the fuck y'all do it. I mean, when I was younger and honestly, fucking like, I applaud my parents. Also, I'm wearing this massive t-shirt and I love sitting in a t-shirt like a ball like this. I applaud my parents and my aunts and uncles and my grandma. And we all used to go, like, there was one time we all went as a family, like all of us. And I'm like, how the fuck? Oh, sorry. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I don't know. If I were a parent right now and I had to fly to Florida with my 2 children, and then I was meeting my sister-in-law or whatever, and then at the time she had 3 kids, and then our other sister-in-law who has another kid, and then we're all just at Disney together, and like, oh my god, all the kids are crying, screaming, want to go on all these rides. It's fucking a million degrees. I would lose my fucking marbles. I don't know how you do it, and I know that Disney is like for kids. That's the whole point, but I'm like, I don't think I could do it. I'm like, if I had a kid, I don't think I could fucking do it, man. I think the fun about it is that I get to go and I get to like feel like a kid again. That's the fun of it to me, is I get to like do the nostalgia, feel the kid stuff. And that's been like, I've been on like a really big kick of that lately, is just kind of like doing stuff that I like to do as a kid, or buying things that I liked as a kid. And honestly, it's very freeing, and it's very like healing in a weird way. And I had a good childhood. I'm not gonna brag. But I had a good childhood. Like, not, my family wasn't like rich, but I never had to worry about like that I wasn't gonna fucking eat, like, or that the roof over our head was gonna, like, whatever. Normal, good childhood. My parents are together, like just a typical normal childhood, I'd say. And I'm very grateful and very blessed for that, because I already am a little mentally ill. So I would imagine if I had a bad childhood, that probably wouldn't have helped me. It probably wouldn't have helped. But yeah. So there's like certain toys and stuff. Like, I saw a TikTok the other day of some girl being like, oh my God, do you guys remember these? And it was the baby Bratz dolls. And it unlocked something in me that I had completely forgot about. I said, oh my fucking God, I used to love this fucking baby Bratz doll. So I went to Target and I bought 2 of them, and now they're sitting on my shelf. and I want to buy Littlest Pet Shops. Like, I just like to look at them. I just like that they're there and I get to look at them. Like, I don't know, like, y'all could keep your fucking minimalist, like, gray, boring, beige apartment clean girl aesthetic. Like, you guys can fucking have that. I mean, it looks very nice. It's very pleasing on the eye. But I want to see colors and toys, and I don't give a fuck. Like, that's what makes me happy, and I don't care if I'm a big ass fucking adult in a kid in an adult body or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's what makes me happy, and it makes me feel good, and I very, very, very highly recommend it. And that's another reason why when I move, I'm looking at a 2-bedroom apartment. And this has been the dream for years, to get a 2-bedroom spot. This has been the goal for a while. We've talked about this, but I've always wanted to have a separate room for the gaming and the podcast now. But, you know, years ago, it had always had been something I wanted to have, like a separate, like, game room, right? Well, now I could have the gaming shit, I could have the podcast shit, and it could be just like my fun, silly room, and have all the toys and all the things that I like, and hang them up on the shelves. And that's the fucking dream, man. That is what I'm doing this shit for. I'm doing this shit so I could live comfortably in my silly house with all my silly things everywhere, and just look at it and be like, wow, that makes me happy. And that's it. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, like, I really have been doing a lot of shit lately that, like, makes my inner child happy, and I very highly recommend it. And the book that I'm reading, a lot of the things that they want you to do kind of, like, go back. Honestly, and if you ever read any, like, not even like self-help book, but I guess you could classify it as that. If you've read really any, like, self-help book, good ones at least, they all kind of go back. Like, there's always some sort of, like, inner child thing going on, like, or some inner child work, or there's always something, at least in the books that I've read. I'm like, damn, like, you really do got to tap into your inner kid, you know? You do, because we just become adults and we become fucking boring, and I don't believe in that. I just simply don't believe in that. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of shit like that. The other day, me and Cash went to go see Maxxxine. We're going to get into that in a second, too. I'm going to tell you. No, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'm going to tell you my opinion on it. Me and Cash went to go see Maxxxine, and then after, part of my, so the book is, we've talked about it. It's called The Artist's Way, and Cash was the one who told me to read the book, and there's the chapter that I'm on. Every week is a new, like, chapter, a new week of things that you're supposed to do and whatever, and you're supposed to take yourself on these artist dates. And so Disney today is going to be my artist date. And you just do something by yourself once a week that makes you happy or makes you feel like creative or whatever. It could literally be anything. It doesn't have to be extravagant as going to fucking Disney. But one of the things this week is they're kind of focusing on, like, inner child stuff. And it had me write down 5 of my favorite treats or, like, foods to eat as a child. And it said pick one and go get it for yourself this week. Like, pick one of the foods from the 5 and go get it for yourself. And one of my favorite things as a kid is that after school, in elementary school, there used to be the Mr. Softy truck parked outside the fucking school. I think it was only on Fridays. I think it was on Fridays, the Mr. Softy truck, he would pull up by the playground. And after school, we would all run around for a little bit. You know, the parents would hang out and chit chat, and we would get ice cream. And I would always get, okay, at one point I was getting a vanilla soft serve cone with a chocolate dip. Okay, I did that for a little bit. And then I did vanilla soft serve cone rainbow sprinkles. Fucking classic, okay? That is top tier for me. Vanilla cone rainbow sprinkles, top fucking tier, okay? And honestly, I don't know what it is, but I don't really see too many ice cream trucks out here. Like, I don't know where the ice cream trucks are posted up at. And especially the ones that do soft serve, not the ones that just have, like, the SpongeBob fucking ice creams in the freezer. Like, where are the soft serve ice cream trucks? So I remembered in Echo Park, they have these swan boats. There's this area, or is it? Yeah, Echo Park. There's this area, there's this lake, and they have these cute little swan boats that you, like, pedal with your feet. They're like these 2-person boats, and it's shaped like a swan, and there's a lake, and it's like a cute little date. You could like go do it, whatever. But right outside of there, there's usually this ice cream truck that's parked up. And I remember I had their ice cream once, and their fucking soft serve with the rainbow sprinkles went stupid. It was so good. So I was like, after the movie, I was like, let's go. Let's see if the fucking ice cream lady's still there, whatever. We pull up. The bitch is driving off. I'm like, oh, fuck. She was driving off as we were pulling up. So I'm like, whatever. And there's like you could like, there's like a path you could walk around the lake. And I'm like, well, we're here. And I had like, I don't know, I just had like a lot of energy that day. I'm like, can we like go walk? He was like, yeah. So we just took a nice little nighttime walk. And also, love that. You guys know I love a good walk, and I love a good nighttime walk. Can't do that by yourself. So at least I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have my bodyguard here with me. So me and Cash went on a nice little walk. And then on the loop back around, there was a park, and it was open. I mean, there was no one there. It was the nighttime, but there was a park. And I said, oh, hell yeah. Hold my fucking purse. And I fucking jumped around in the park, and he just sat there and watched me. And it was so funny. I just like fucking hopped around, went down the slide, climbed through a tube. I was like, okay, that's it. I just wanted to. And it felt good, man. I don't know. It felt good. I was like, you think I could do the monkey bars? And I'm literally fucking hanging. It's like, the monkey bars are like, if I even wanted to try to do it, I'd be like on my knees because it's like so low. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, we used to think this was like, and also too, as a kid, bitch, I was flipping. I was doing monkey bars. I'm like, my big fat ass, I can't do none of that shit now. I cannot do any of that shit now. But it was fun. I don't know, man. I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like, literally, who gives a fuck? Do what you want. Do shit that makes you feel good. And who cares? Like, that's kind of been my vibe. That's always been my vibe, but it's been my vibe even harder now for some reason. Also, what the fuck? I did a YouTube to MP3 converter because I was trying to get sounds to edit the fucking Dress to Impress movie. I mean, the Dress to Impress video on iMovie that I just put on YouTube. And now I keep getting fucking pop-ups saying, your computer's at risk. Oh my God, big giant wiener porn. I'm like, what the freak? I keep getting these notifications, but I ran a scan with the antivirus and it says it's fine. So what the hell are these? I'm like, I don't even want to click on it. I'm scared it's going to hack me even more. I don't know. I'm scared. Every time I look over at the computer, it's some fucking thing saying like, oh, porn. It doesn't say that. It's like, your computer is at risk. You're being hacked. And then I made up the porn wiener part. I don't know where I got, because it did say something like that one time, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It's like, they're going to hack you and they're going to put big wieners on your screen. I don't fucking know. Me, oh, don't do it. Don't. Oh my God, no. Don't hack me and put big wieners on my screen. No. No, that's it. Oh, fuck, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. But yeah, I went to go see Maxxxine. If you don't know, Maxxxine is the third and final movie of the trilogy of the like Pearl X saga. So here's the tea. So I saw Pearl first, okay? I saw Pearl first, and then I saw X. I didn't know that it was a saga. I just thought Pearl was like its own movie, okay? I saw Pearl, thought it was great. Loved Pearl. Love Pink. Love Pink. If you know what I'm referencing, I love you. Loved Pearl. Watched X. I said, okay, a little bizarre, but still good. Okay, for real? Miso just jumped on the laptop and locked it. Okay, great. Thank you. Love when that happens. My son, everyone. Thank you. Say hello. I thought X was a little weird, a little strange, but that was the premise of it. That was supposed to be like that. And Maxxxine, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was a 6 out of 10 for me. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Cash gave it a 5 out of 10. And I'm sorry. It wasn't it. It wasn't it for me. It wasn't bad, but it just like, they do the whole like 80s slasher thing. And it felt like, because I mean, I understand the 80s slashers are like cheesy in their own right, but the whole movie just felt kind of cheesy, and it didn't feel like authentic to the other two. I don't know. It didn't feel like it fit in correctly. And there were so many questions that like, not that like they were left unanswered, because that's like, I get it, as a movie you want people to like be wondering and be like, oh, it was like things that just didn't make sense. Like, how did this happen? How did, like, I don't want to fucking give spoilers, but there's just certain things that like, it's like, it didn't make sense. How would that have happened? Like shit like that. And certain things I was still fucking confused, and I'm like, what the freak? I don't know. Some people were like, oh my God, it's the best one out of the three. No, it's not. It's not. And I really, dude, I went in there wanting to fucking love it. I went in there wanting to love it. I went in there with an open mind, really wanting to love it. And I mean, Mia Goth is fucking amazing. She kills it every time. She ate the house. It's not her. It's just the movie. It's just the movie in general. There's just kind of like a lot of moving parts, and I don't know. It didn't hit the nail on the head for me. And again, y'all know I see like one movie every 5 years, so I am definitely not the movie critic that you should be listening to. But you know, go see it for yourself. If you've seen Pearl and X, I would definitely say, you know, at least go see it for yourself. See what you think. But again, I'm hearing very mixed reviews on it. Some people are saying, oh my God, I love it. And some people are like, it fucking sucked. And I'm right in the middle. I don't think it sucked. I don't think it was amazing. Pearl's my favorite. I love Pearl. And the order you're supposed to watch it in is the order that it came out in, which is X, Pearl, and then Maxxxine. I think I liked it better because I watched Pearl first, because X takes place after Pearl. Pearl is like almost like the villain origin story for X. And then Maxxxine is what happens after X. So I kind of watched it in order of the actual events happening, and not the order of the way the movies were released. And I feel like I liked it better that way. Me and Cash, when we were on our walk, we were talking about that. He was like, yeah, I watched it X, Pearl, then Maxxxine. So I feel like maybe you liked it better because you watched Pearl, and then when you watched X, you already knew who Pearl was, because it's a whole fucking thing. Just watch it. What do you got to lose? It's a little creepy, a little gory. There definitely were some scenes in Maxxxine that were a little, ooh, if you don't like blood, if you don't like gore, there definitely are a few scenes that are a little gory. I'm not going to lie to you. There are a few scenes that you're like, what the fuck? But nothing super crazy. But you know, if you're not a blood or gore, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm definitely not a blood or gore person either at all. But I was just kind of like, ugh, for a second. And then I'm like, okay, forgot about it. Out of my brain. Yeah, so it was like, you know, it was cool. I liked Maxxxine, but I didn't love it. Liked it. That's all. I'm just like, liked it. Was whatever. I'm honestly, I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't even fucking really remember what happened. Don't remember what happened, really. But she was a sex worker, so... And there's a clip of her, if you saw me post it on Instagram, she's like, actually, her, like, as her normal stuff, she's like, I met a stripper, and I spent a lot of time with that stripper, actually, and I really got to know her. And someone was like, me when I saw Vanilla on TikTok Live back in February. I was like, that shit cracked me the fuck up. Y'all be having me fucking dying. Another thing that I wanted to, this is, again, kind of unrelated, but it was something that I had thought about right as I was about to fall asleep the other night, and I literally like woke up, took out my phone, wrote it down in my notes app, and then fell asleep because I'm like, I have to talk about this on the podcast. You guys know that I have like really weird sleep anxiety, and I kind of always have, but it hasn't like always been as bad. And it just is like another thing that goes to show that like you kind of create, like, not that you create problems, but like I create how like I'll react to things in my own head, and I like blow things out of proportion, I guess, a little bit in my own head. And I was remembering when I first moved to my apartment in Boston, when I first moved out of my parents' house and I moved into my apartment in Boston, I had ordered a mattress on Amazon that was supposed to get delivered the day that I moved in, okay? It didn't get delivered that day. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I going to do? At this point, we didn't have shit, okay? We didn't have a fucking thing. Okay, they, like my roommates, they had a bed. At the time it was just one of her roommates because then her girlfriend ended up moving in with us, but at the time it was just me and her. She had a bed. I don't know. I don't remember how she got her bed in there because it was such a small, like, it was like a basement apartment, and I don't know, like, she had a Jeep too, so I'm like, she probably just like fucking tied it to the top of the Jeep, but I'm like, I'm not gonna haul a mattress 3 hours away. Like, how am I even gonna do whatever? I was like, I'll just buy a fucking mattress. So I bought the mattress, and it didn't get delivered. It didn't get delivered. So I had the bed frame though. Okay, so this is what I did. I put together the metal bed. Don't even think about it, Miso. He's gonna jump on the keyboard again. I put together the metal bed frame, and then I just put down my comforter and like maybe 3 other layers of blankets, and I slept on that. I slept on a metal bed frame with like 3 layers of blanket. Can you believe that? And I slept, and I fell asleep. And I remember waking up being like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's a little painful. I'm literally sleeping on metal fucking slabs right now. But I did that shit, dude. Like, and there was a man in my bed, okay? One of our friends was also helping us move. Me and him may or may not had sexual relations in the past, so I didn't really care if he slept in the bed. But this poor man, not even the bed, bitch, the frame. He slept in the frame with me. And I thought about that the other day, and I'm like, damn, dude, I used to just be like, do whatever. Like, it's just so crazy. And now I'm like, sometimes I go to like a fucking, like I feel like if I went to like the fanciest hotel in America, I wouldn't even be able to fall asleep because I'd be like, oh, I'm not in my own bed. Like, bitch, do you not remember years ago you were sleeping on a metal slab? That shit just fucking made me laugh. And then the annoying part is that the mattress, I don't know, got fucking lost in translation. It never showed up. And it kept getting delayed. You know, once they like lose something on Amazon and it keeps getting like delayed. And then they're like, okay, you can ask for a refund, whatever. So that's pretty much what I had to do. And then, dude, we just kind of, it's just so funny. Like the shit that we did when we moved to Boston was so crazy. So I was like, I got to get a fucking mattress. So then we took her Jeep, we drove to Mattress Firm, and I'm like, bro, give me the cheapest queen size you got, or full, or whatever fucking, I don't even remember. I'm like, bro, give me the cheapest one you got. They were like, okay, here we go. Cause bitch, I was balling on a budget. I had like no fucking money. So I'm like, boom, perfect. We shoved the mattress in the back of the Jeep, okay? We put all the seats down. We literally shoved the mattress in the back of the Jeep. I had to ride home sitting on the mattress in the car, okay? The mattress is like hanging out of the back of the fucking car. And we just fucking did it, dude. We hauled it inside. I had a mattress. And then I remember so I don't even really know how to describe this. They call it something. They call it like Alston Christmas or something Christmas, I feel like they call it. Correct me if you're from Boston and you know what I'm talking about. Correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of August, beginning of September every year in this area called Alston, which is the college town area, a lot of people are moving out of their college apartments and stuff. So they leave a lot of free furniture on the side of the road. It's like you could just drive around and just find fucking furniture, like, and nice shit too. We found our TV. We found a giant fucking TV. It didn't have a remote, but it worked. We found a TV, and then there was this couch, and we had a very awkward living room situation where it could only fit like a tiny couch. So we had to find a couch that was like a perfect size. So there was this like tiny, like not tiny, but it was like this 2-seater leather couch that was left on the side of the road, and it was perfect. It was literally fucking perfect, okay? Well, actually, no, this is how we found it. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me dial it back. I matched with a guy on or no, not, no. This guy found me on Instagram, right? And he would always DM me and be like, oh my God, I wish, like, you're so gorgeous. I wish you lived in Boston. And I remember when I decided I was moving to Boston, I don't know why I thought to DM him back. I'm like, well, lucky you. I am. He was like, what? And he was like a nice guy, whatever. And he would DM me whatever, and we would just talk back and forth, nothing crazy. And then when I actually moved to Boston, I remember Claire was like, bro, I need some weed. Like, where the fuck can I get some weed around here? We didn't know anyone. We didn't know a fucking soul in Boston. So I'm like, hey, I know a guy, and I think he knows where we can get weed. So I DM him. I'm like, hey, do you have weed, or do you know anyone who has weed? He's like, yeah, I do. I have some, whatever. I don't know if he like sold or whatever. He's like, yeah, I have some, like, pull up, whatever. He lived like, wherever he was at, it was like 5 minutes away from where we were at. So we pull up, right? And then the driveway of where he was at had the leather couch. And we were like, oh man, that's a nice couch. Like, and like, you know, we pull in the driveway, whatever. He fucking gives her the weed. She buys weed off and whatever. And then he's like, all right, cool. And like, nice to see you. He goes back inside. We're looking at this couch. We're like, bro, this is a nice couch. Like, we can't pass this up. This is like, come on. So me and her try to fucking haul the couch back in the car. We're not strong enough to pick up this damn couch. And this guy was big. He was like 6'3", like, you know, had some meat on him. And so I messaged him. I'm like, yo, can you do me a favor? Can you come back outside and can you help us put this couch in the car? He was like, yeah, of course. So then he comes outside. He helps us put the couch in the car. And then he's like, well, how are you guys going to get it back in your apartment? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. And he was like, well, I'll come with you guys and whatever. So then he is riding in the back of the car, kind of having the same thing I had to do with the mattress. He's sitting on the couch in the back of the car. This man we just met 10 minutes ago. And then he fucking like picked up the fucking couch, like he's like sweating over his shoulder. This is a basement apartment. He has to like bring it downstairs. Oh my God, it was horrible. This poor fucking guy. And Chai was a baby, so then I was like, hey, you want to meet Chai? Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, thank you. I don't have any, like, I can't repay you in anything. Here's my kitten, and here, say hi to her. And he was like all in love with her because she was so tiny and cute. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, we just used to do whatever the fuck, and I think that's so iconic, actually. And that was it. We made our apartment like as cute as we could make a dingy little basement apartment. And dude, I thought that I was the fucking shit. You would have thought I lived at the fucking Ritz-Carlton. I felt like that bitch, dude. I'm telling you, when you move out your parents' crib, it doesn't matter like how dingy it is. You're like, hey, like, you're like, who's pulling up? Like, you don't give a fuck. And that's why it's so iconic, you know? And my family house, like, I didn't grow up in a fucking mansion or like, you know, whatever. So I'm like, it was nice to me. I was like, you know, it was not nice at all. Let me just tell you. And I remember my mom was like, yeah, I remember when you guys moved in there, she was like, me and dad were like, ugh. She was like, well, we weren't even going to say anything. We were just going to be like, you know, whatever. And we didn't even end up staying a full year in that lease because, there was like, I don't know, I think there was like black mold or something bad. There was something bad going on. We had our inklings that there was some mold or something going on. So, and Massachusetts is very renter friendly. I think I've talked about this before. Massachusetts is like super duper duper renter friendly, and the landlords will like let you out of a lease for like fucking nothing. They're like, yeah, sure, you could break the lease. Like, no problem. Because they don't want no fucking problems. And I'm sure this landlord knew. It was a very old building. It literally looked like Harry Potter from the outside. It gave Harry Potter vibes. And not in a good way. It was very, very, very humbling experience. A very humbling experience. And honestly, I have some very fond memories of that place. And that was kind of like, I didn't really have like a college era because I didn't go there, as you guys know. But if like that was more of like my dirtbag college era, was the maybe 7 months that I lived in that apartment. And it was so much fun. It really was. It was a time, man. It was a time. And it was just so funny. Like, I remember, like, because at the time I didn't have a car either. I didn't have a car. I had a lease. When I lived in Connecticut, I had a lease on this like Ford. And then my lease was up when I was moving. So I was like, well, I'm not going to like get on a, like, I don't know. I was like, oh, I'm not going to like get a car. I didn't have any fucking money, dude. I didn't have any money. So I didn't have a car, so I would take the train and or whatever. What is it called in the Green Line? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't remember. I would take the train. I would Uber, and I would like sometimes my roommate we would like her drive around, or sometimes she would let me borrow her car or whatever. And that was it. And we just fucking made it work, man. We just fucking made it work. And it's just so much funny shit too that I remember the day that I woke up because I had my hair when I moved to Boston. I had my hair was like down to here and it was black. I would always dye it black. And I remember I had wanted to shave my head for a while. And I just woke up one day. I'm like, today's the day. Today's the day. And I walked over. There was a Dominican barber shop that was like right around the corner from my crib. I walked over there with my roommates. We're like in our fucking pajamas. It's like first thing in the morning. I'm like, yeah, shave it off. And they're looking at me. They're like, the fuck? They're like, they're talking in Spanish. Like, this bitch is fucking crazy. I'm like, shave it off, bro. Just shave it off. So they shaved it off. And then I bleached it. And then, and there was also a little like cafe that I would go get breakfast at. There was a cafe over there. So, and I would have to pass by the barbershop. So I remember there was one morning, I don't know where I was going, but I had my makeup done. The hair was bleached. And I was walking by and then they see me and they were like, oh, okay, all right. They were like, we see. I was like, yeah, you had to come on. You had to trust the vision. You had to trust the vision because I looked fucking crazy walking up out of there. Dude, and the craziest thing ever. I mean, I don't know if a lot of you have shaved your head for like the first time in your life after having like hair forever. And it was maybe like, I want to say I shaved it in November. I think it was like October or November I shaved my head for the first time. The feeling of, dude, I remember like they shaved it off and the feeling when I walked out of the barber shop and the wind hit my head, it was like, whoa. It was like, I was like, what the I was like, this shit feels crazy. It felt so fucking crazy. It was like, I never felt something like that. But yeah, that shit felt crazy. And, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the shit that like we used to get into. We like it's crazy. That was like, damn, that was 2017. How many years ago was that? 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That was 7 years ago. I'm gonna throw up. I always say I've been dancing for 5 years. Babe, try 7. Try 7. That's so scary. That's so scary. The boots need to be hung, girl. The boots need to be hung. When am I going to get my fucking pension, damn? Like, what the fuck? Dude, where's my tenure, bro? What the fuck? Oh, my God. I got to retire, dude. No, but there's some bitches that dance for like 20 years, I started at 21, which I think is a good age to start because there are some, some of these clubs you could start at 18. And I'm like, bro, I already was a fucking idiot when I was 21. Like, I couldn't imagine dancing at 18. I think it's fucking criminal, actually. I think it's criminal that these bitches are allowed to dance at 18. I think that is sick and twisted. That's just me though. Even when I was 21, I still felt like a baby, like I don't know, like in the industry and stuff. I don't know, man. I just felt like so fucking weird about it. And the club that I'm at now, it's a lot of young girls, dude. It's a lot of girls that are like 19, 20. And they're all like super cute, but they're just, you could just tell a lot of them are like a little ditzy, kind of airheaded, which is exactly how I was when I was that age too. I don't even fucking blame them. But dude, oh my God, I could not imagine dancing. I'm like, that's like practically out of the fucking womb. Like, damn, what do you even know when you're 18? Like, bitch, I didn't know a fucking thing. Like, God, yeah, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, damn. But, and then also too, it's just sad to see like, cause some of these girls get into drugs and like all this shit if they start dancing. And I'm like, damn, no, like that's fucked up. Like, and that's why, people always ask me, or if I'm on live or Twitter, like whatever, I get people ask me, they're like, oh, well, what's your like opinion on dancing? What's your advice to someone who wants to start dancing? And you've heard me say it and I'm gonna say it again. I'm like, you know what, if you are somebody who feels that you are easily influenced by other people, but you care about what people think, which is like a lot of people, honestly, and especially when you're younger too, dude, I used to give so much of a fuck what people thought about me, like so, like more than the average person. I feel like I used to get like care so much about what people thought about me. Also, the way that I'm sitting in this shirt is so funny. And I really feel like for me, dancing has let me become like my true authentic self because I stopped giving a fuck what people think like so long ago. And that's why I'm like, that's why I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I shave my head. I'll fucking like wear my hair however. I'll come on the internet looking crazy. Like, I don't feel like I need to be dolled up to be on the internet. Like, shit like that is just, it's so freeing once you hit that point where you're like, oh my God, I literally, like, I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about. Like, I really genuinely don't. Like, for, like, especially a random person, like, on the internet, I'm like, who cares? Like, having a little bit of a platform and you see, like, just funny, stupid comments. It's like, who gives a fuck? So I've like gotten to that point in my life. But dude, like when I was younger, like no. So I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, if you're someone who thinks that you are like could easily see like get caught up in the lifestyle of it being like fast money, fast drugs, fast cars, like that type shit. Like if you're someone who you think you could like fall into that trap, and it's okay, you know, it's okay to admit that like you are not like in a place in your life where you feel 100% confident in yourself, because bitch, I wasn't always like, and bitch, even still sometimes, you know, I'll be like second guessing my with my anxiety and shit. You already know how the fuck I am. So it's like, it's not like everything's fucking, what's this term? It's not like everything's berries and cream. It's not like everything's berries and cream over here. What's the fucking term? You know what I'm trying to say? Why did I think berries? Oh my God. Yeah. But it's not always fucking perfect. So, you know, there's a lot of girls that, you know, you see them get caught up in the industry and they end up doing hard drugs and all this fucked up shit. And I'm like, damn, I would hate to see, like, I would hate to be like, you know, so imagine someone like comes on my page. They're like, hey, do you have any advice? I want to start dancing. I'm like, do it. Oh my God, you're going to love it. And then you end up like becoming a fucking drug addict. Like, I don't want to be responsible for that. You know what I mean? So I'm never going to say like, yes, go do it, go out and do it. But, in my case, it has been like the best thing for me. And it is like brought me to like other things, which I honestly, I've always been like a social media person. I've always loved like just making stupid videos. Like me and my friends would just record like stupid funny videos on my fucking family computer, and I would like edit it in iMovie like to the best of my ability. Like shit, like I always thought before. Then this was like pre-vlogging, this was like pre any of that shit, dude. This was like middle school, early high school, when like YouTube, like people just started to like actually have like, this is when I was like watching like Smosh and shit like that, you know? So the like idea of like social media and like just being like funny on camera was like super interesting to me always, I guess. But like, you know, back in the day, it wasn't something that you could like, back in my day, it wasn't something that you could like make money doing. And I always wonder that too. I'm like these channels like Smosh and like all this shit that like were making all these videos back in the day. I'm like, what was the YouTube monetization like back then? Like, what the fuck? When did they start paying people? Like, I think about that all the time. Like, I don't remember how, like, I don't know how any of that shit works. Like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know how that shit works. But speaking of monetization, I made a TikTok the other day of me in Target playing with children's toys, and it has like almost 5 million views right now. I don't fucking know why, but dude, run it up, keep running it up for me, because mama's getting paid off of that video. Okay, mama is getting paid. Okay, that is definitely my highest grossing TikTok to date, so everyone clap for me. My rent is paid off of that one TikTok alone, and then some. So that's fucking crazy to think that I literally just went to Target for something unrelated, and then I said, oh, look at this silly toy, let me make a video, posted it. Even when I posted it, I'm like, this video is fucking stupid, I'm gonna delete it. And then I didn't delete it, and now I have an extra couple thousand in my fucking pocket because I posted. Like, that's so insane. That's so fucking insane. Fucking Lad Bible and fucking Barstool Sports, they're DMing me. They're like, hey, can we post your video? Can we post? Fuck no, actually, you can't post my fucking video. Okay, eat a dick. You want to know why? Because it's over a minute long, and you'll monetize off of that. If it was like a 10-second video that I wasn't making money off of, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, fucking post it. But they always do that shit. I'm like, bro, so what? So I sign away the rights to my shit, and you can make money off of me too? Hell no. Because with TikTok, if a video is over a minute long, and it's original content, you get paid. But it's got to be over a minute long. Fuck no. Y'all aren't about to make money off of me for no reason. You could pay me if you want to post the fucking video. Hell no. So, yeah. Also, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Because I got an email about something. I'm not going to say what, because I don't want to, like, give it away. But I got an email about something asking if I wanted to do something for this brand, whatever. And they were kind of asking a lot. And I remember thinking, like, okay, what do I even ask? And they they emailed me being like, hey, is this something Vanilla would be interested in? Like, let me know what she thinks. I'm like, oh, they think I have an agent. They think I got a manager. What the freak? So then I almost should have replied, like, as my fake manager. But I just replied as me. And Cash, because Cash knows about all this shit. He's been doing the social media shit and whatever. He's like, whatever number you think in your head is too high, add even more to it. He's like, I'm telling you, he's like, fucking reach for the goddamn stars. Because he's been doing shit like this forever. He knows how it is. He's gotten paid stupid amounts of money to do commercials and shit, whatever, for like these companies and whatever. He's like, these people got money. Like, they got fucking money. Whatever you think is too much, ask for more. And I was like, all right. So I asked for a crazy amount of, in my head, for I whatever. But he's like, and even if they say that's not in their budget and they come down a little bit from there, it's still more than you thought you were going to get paid. And even if, then he's like, and if they say they don't have the budget for that, they'll at least be like, damn, I respect it. This bitch is on her fucking grind. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I sent that email a few days ago. Haven't got a response. But they also took a few days to answer me in the first place. I keep taking a few days to answer them because I never check. It's like my secondary email. I never check it. So I'm like, and he's like, no, that's even better. Power move. You're so busy. You had to take 4 days to respond to this fucking email. I'm like, oh my God. But, yeah, dude. Hold on. I got to see how long I've been recording for. I don't even fucking know. Let me look at the camera. Where we at? All right. Ooh. Okay. Well, we're about 50 minutes in right now. I think, you know what? We're going to call it here. I was going to take a call, but I don't even think I've gotten any new ones in. Yeah, do me a favor, y'all. Send me some calls. Send me some fucking calls. I need some new tea. I need some new tea, man. Man, I have gotten a few calls, but a lot of them are like 2-part calls, and y'all are giving me like your whole tea. I haven't even listened to some of them, but they'll be like part 1, part 2. I'm like, babe, I can't play a 5-minute question. So, yeah, come on. Send in your calls. Give me your tea. Merch. Yeah, guys, every week I say merch coming soon, but it actually is. It really is this time for fucking real. I'm shooting the video next weekend. I'm shooting the video. So merch will be available for pre-order end of July. Most likely last week of July. I'm not sure exactly what day. I'll keep y'all posted, whatever. But get your fucking credit cards ready for the last week of July. End of July. Just think end of July. That's where, I'm ballparking it for. Because I'm doing the video on the 20-something, like the 22nd, the 20th or the 21st or that weekend. And then basically, as soon as I edit that shit and make sure the website's ready to go, bam, it's up for pre-order. And like I said, it's a pre-order. It's my first merch drop. It's not fucking Fashion Nova. It's not gonna come to your house in 2 days. It's gonna take a couple weeks because I need to what's it called? Get the fucking the amount that I need for everything, and then have them make it and then ship it. So it's gonna take a few weeks, but it'll get to you. I promise. Okay, I'm not scamming you. I'm not the pink sauce lady. Okay, I'm not gonna kill you guys. I'm not gonna give you botulism. I'm not gonna send you fake shit. Also, Fuck that bitch with the wig. Fuck that bitch that I bought the wigs from. Again. I'm going to say it again. I don't care. Because I'm still pissed about that shit. I got my money back, but I'm still pissed. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to fucking buy. I'm not going to have you guys spend $600 and then not ship out your shit. That shit pissed me off. That's why, you know what? Fucking supporting small businesses. That's what I get. That's what I get, man. No, I'm kidding. Support small business. Support small business. And support my small business. Buy my freaking merch when it comes out. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Okay, I'll see you